Hello, parents. Welcome to the 2020 virtual open house at Kahoa. My name is Dane Derstine, and I will be teaching seventh grade English this year. A little bit about myself. I grew up with a big family who I love spending time with. Any chance I get to be with my friends, I love doing that as well. Listening to music, playing and watching sports, cooking, pottery, anything outside is always a plus. I grew up playing a variety of sports, and any chance I can bring those into the classroom, I will. I love having the students work in teams. So any way that we have any activities while we're on distance learning, I'll try to incorporate that as best as I can. About my education background, I studied at Lynn University, where I received my bachelor's degree in business general management. And then I moved out to California once I graduated and worked in sales and marketing for 2 years. But I found a passion for coaching baseball, which led me into my career in education, where I spent a year and a half in Thailand teaching English and ESL at the middle school and high school level. And then I moved on to England, where I received my master's degree in education. And during that time, I was an activities coordinator at a local elementary school. And after completing my master's, I moved back to Thailand for another year and a half, where I taught high school English. And after that, I moved on to Shanghai, where I was teaching seventh and eighth grade English for 2 years, and also teaching seventh grade Western history. Down here at the bottom, I have a couple of my 12th grade students when they were graduating. I was fortunate enough to have my mom come join me in that celebration, and these were some of my students in seventh grade while I was in Shanghai. So some of the major themes we're going to be focusing on this year is investigating characterization, what is freedom, centered around dystopian text, essential research skills, and exploring intelligence. So students are going to be reading, comprehending, analyzing a variety of texts. They're going to be creating, producing, writing various pieces, also creating and producing various multimedia platforms. So all of these units will be having a variety of different techniques that we're going to be using. And we're going to continue to follow the standard based grading model. So I'll make sure that students receive rubrics and checklists before the assessments and be able to have clear expectations of the standards that we're focusing on. So students are going to acknowledge their strengths and they're going to track where they stand in the class and also have the ability to reflect and see what they need to do to master a specific skill. So again, standards-based grading allows the students to have multiple opportunities to track success at their own pace. And just a reminder that each standard is going to be assessed using the following scale: 4 demonstrates mastery, 3 approaching mastery, 2 developing, and 1 not meeting expectations. So students are going to be assessed in a variety of ways, simply writing and reading quizzes, essay and short responses, class discussions, individual and group projects using a variety of multimedia platforms, especially while we're on distance learning. They'll have a variety of techniques to use with audio and digital visual presentations, analyzing articles, stories, and text. And then when it comes to homework, we're going to be using discussion boards, short written responses, readings, and a variety of language practice. If there is a day where the students say that there is nothing due tomorrow, it's because we're working on a bigger scale and it might be an intensive piece. And so that way there's something always going to be going on. There might just not be something due that next day, especially while we're on distance learning. So some of the resources that we're going to be using is No Red Ink, IXL, Quizlet, Padlet, Kahoot, and G Suite is always coming out with something new. So I'll try to stay on it and make sure we're implementing up to date platforms. Any type of novels or short stories will be provided by either a video link or a PDF or some other type of digital material. That way, students are still being able to read and still getting to have access to what they would in the library, just not during these times. And some tips to help while we're on distance learning: just check in, stay connected like you normally would, see what we're doing in class, what we've been discussing, what we've been learning. And if for some reason your child is not saying much, if there's any kind of concern, please contact me where we all can sit down, make some adjustments, so that way we can make sure we're all heading in the right direction. And again, just ask to see what the end goal is or what's the aim of the class. I'll usually send reminders out to the students saying, hey, we're doing this for a certain reason. You might not get why at first, but there is a purpose. And along the way, if you can provide your own opinions, your suggestions, your thoughts, what you think would be beneficial, you have plenty of years' experience, and any way that you can connect to them and relate to the content being covered in class will definitely help them grow and help build a stronger relationship. And if at any time you need to contact me, the students already have my email. They also have the ability to schedule a meeting with me during the day, during lunch, or after school. But feel free to contact me by email whenever. And I just want to say thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please, again, feel free to email me. And I look forward to seeing you in person. Stay well and be safe.